All right. Well, I'm Josh. I do the, the screaming vocals.
Okay.
I'm Don. I play guitar.
Hell yeah.
I'm Josh. I play. I'm sorry. I'm John. I sing.
So when did y'all get together?
2012.
2012.
I wasn't there, but I know that's when it happened.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Well, at least you're informed.
Yeah, we started off in the garage around 2012 was when
Hell
I
yeah.
graduated.
Okay, so you're one of the original members then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was?
And then,
Everybody except me and our drummer Peyton are
Okay.
original members.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah.
I mean, well, I joined.
no, you're not the original
yeah,
member.
so I joined in August of 2013, and I think you joined in November
Of 2013,
yeah, so it was.
Because we were in a band together
Okay.
before we joined, and then he joined and he brought me in.
Okay, so y'all just kind of switch sides.
Yep.
Then.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice. Okay,
basically.
where'd the name come from? What's Vilamoura mean?
It was a road that connected a bunch of our houses together. It was,
No
it was
way.
a road in a neighborhood in Blackhawk. So
Okay, that's
we
cool.
would use that all the time to go to practices and
That's
shit.
fucking
so,
cool.
Yeah.
In-
Perfect. Yeah.
in Pflugerville.
In Pflugerville.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so there's all five of you. You want to name the other two band members as well and say what they do?
Yeah, so there's Josh Valdez who plays bass, and
Okay.
then Peyton who plays drums.
Okay, cool. And then all of you guys are from Austin, correct?
Yes.
I'm from
Well-
California, but I've been in Texas now for like 20 years.
Okay,
so-
you're from fucking Texas,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
about that time. Yeah.
Technically speaking, I'm from San Antonio, but I've been in Austin since I was 6.
Oh,
so
cool. Okay.
I'm from Austin.
Okay. If you don't
But
mind me
you're
asking,
from Texas.
yeah. How old are you?
I'm 29.
29. And how old are you?
31.
Okay.
I'll be 32 next month.
31.
Hell yeah, 31. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Unks.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was y'all's favorite song to perform tonight?
My favorite song to play live is either Craven or Morning Star.
Okay.
I really like Craven is just it's like a really heavy track. It's nice and heavy, and Morning Star is where I get to actually play lead guitar and actually do like fun guitar stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite?
My favorite's either Omega or Craven at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good
It's
ones.
fun.
Yeah.
My favorite to play live is definitely Morning Star. It's
Okay.
It's easily the most fun to sing for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all both got the Morning Star then.
Yeah.
Nice. Who does the majority of y'all's writing?
It depends on what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Instrumentally, the writing is kind of a collaborative process
Okay.
between this guy, our bassist, and our producer.
Okay.
They all kind of do it together. We'll send him a demo, and then they'll go in and they'll like sort of refine the process,
Mhm.
and then they'll send that to Huber and I, and it's gone back and forth who does more vocal writing
Okay.
between us. When we did our Buried Alive EP, honestly, most of that was him.
Nice.
Some of our more recent stuff, like Double Down Morning Star, that's been mostly me. And then we've got some songs coming out that he's done too. It goes back and forth.
Nice. Okay, so you say you got some stuff coming out. When's that supposed to be dropping?
I think in December.
Yeah,
December?
relative. It'll probably drop like mid-December.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Dope. Are you allowed to are y'all cool with saying like what it's called or the names of them?
I mean,
Totally don't
I
have to.
am- Are you,
I'm down.
Dad's not here.
Dad's
Yeah.
not here.
yeah. So, it's going to be called the Lost EP.
Nice.
We have 5 tracks on it. Orphan and Craven are 2 songs that are on it that we've already released. You guys want to say the other tracks?
We got 3 new ones that are coming out with it. Of course, we got Lost off the title. We've got Spirited Away and Dissolve as well.
Nice. Okay, and who did the majority of that writing for those?
So instrumentally, that was it was Valdez, our producer, Robbie Joyner, and I. We sent in song demos, and we essentially chose like which ones sounded the best and which
Okay.
ones didn't.
Nice.
And then after that, we kind of just like reworked those songs to basically try and get them to sound as best as we could.
Nice.
And then once the song demos were done, everything sounded good instrumentally. Then we would send it off to Jonathan and Huber, to basically just do their own thing.
Okay, cool. Is that ever like a very frustrating thing having to send it back and forth and kind of compare notes, or do y'all
No,
usually
it's
pretty
not.
much agree on?
It depends on who in the band you ask. If you ask our bassist, yes, every time. If
Yeah.
you ask me and Huber, no, never.
Okay.
No, because the majority of the stuff that we use that would essentially be the stuff that's sent back and forth is all just uploaded to our Dropbox. So
Okay.
it's all just something that we all have access to.
Nice.
So any of the demos, instruments, we just loop that.
Okay.
With this EP, obviously, like we mentioned already, Craven and Orphan were already done. So we had 3 tracks. John took majority for Dissolve. I took majority for Spirited Away, and we both kind of came together for Lost.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay, so who's the biggest diva?
The big. Yeah.
So you're the biggest pain in the ass?
I wouldn't necessarily. He's not the biggest
He
pain in
said-
the
he
ass.
said-
He's just a
He
diva.
said this.
That's
Okay,
true.
yeah,
Just a
yeah.
diva.
I think the hair flip said it all. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so do y'all all pretty much get along pretty well, or how's that?
Yeah,
How's that go? He
we've
said,
all
"Mhm."
been relatively best friends ever since we started and got all together back in 2013. And
Welcome,
here
welcome.
is, Peyton, our
Yeah, join in, join in.
our
Yeah.
This is our drummer. This is our
Yeah.
drummer. We all get along really well with him.
Yeah.
Nobody else really gets along with each other, but we all like Peyton.
Yeah.
Likeable.
You're the prized possession then.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, cool, cool.
yeah.
Nice.
But no, we've all relatively been really good friends for ever since like 2013.
That makes the whole experience like really fun too. You know,
Yeah.
just being able to jam out with your friends and everything.
Yeah. It
Exactly.
was
We only
much
think That's the
easier.
only reason we're able to still do it. Yeah.
It was honestly much easier back when we were like obviously teenagers in early 20s to actually spend as much time as we did together
Yeah.
back
It
then.
was
We
also
were.
harder to like each other back then, though.
It was harder, but you know, we did it.
You
We
figured
did
it out.
We figured it out. We're here.
So how often are y'all able to get together and practice, or do y'all
we
even?
practice about once a week.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
At least once a week, yeah.
A
That's
week,
nice.
yeah. Whenever we don't have like upcoming shows or just have like a really long time where we aren't doing anything, we'll then probably do it like maybe like twice a month or so.
Okay.
But we still try to make it a goal to like still meet up and like hang out and stuff because it's
necessary.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
We also meet up like once every 2 weeks to once a month to like do social media content. That's usually me, Huber, and our bassist.
Cool.
Micah shows up sometimes, so like, yeah, we're seeing each other minimum once a week, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So do y'all enjoy doing the social media stuff, or is that kind of?
At first, it was a pain trying
Yeah.
to really like get it down and to
It's kind of
really,
overwhelming.
like, understand
It's a grind.
what to kind of do. But now we've gotten it down pretty well where we spend anywhere between 2 to 4 hours just
Okay.
knocking out like 10 to 15 different like videos, and then we can stretch those
Yeah.
out and do like 5 different variations or
Absolutely.
6 different
Absolutely.
variations.
You're really good at the corporate answers.
Yeah, thanks.
You did really well. You did really well. Yeah. Okay, so if y'all had to say what your strongest point is, and then like your weakest point as a band, what would you say?
Ooh, what would our strongest point be?
Our strongest point is our music, definitely.
Well,
Well, I mean, fucking obviously.
Definitely. Our strongest point is our music. Outside of that, I definitely say our strongest point is probably just like the recording, the
Mhm.
recording process. We're pretty good in that.
Okay.
We do tend to, we figured out a good kind of method to use for recording that works better than just everybody being up there for a week
Yeah.
trying to cram everything in
Yeah,
all
for
at
sure.
once.
Right.
So we've ultimately figured out a way to get there. Personally, my weakest thing is social media.
Yeah.
I really don't like it. I don't like getting on it anymore.
Yeah.
So like the only thing I ever post on Instagram is just shots from shows. I barely post anything on Facebook unless it's sarcastic bullshit.
That's cool
But
too.
yeah, you know, it
I'm
is.
gonna be honest. I think our strongest thing is communication. Like, obviously, there's issues. No, well, okay. Look,
You just laugh.
obviously, there's like issues and like we have problems. We bump heads every once in a while, but like we've known each other for a really long time, and it's come like a really long way. Where like some of us used to have issues like with confrontation. Some of us used to have issues with feedback. And now it's like we're able to be completely honest with each other.
Yeah.
We're able to have hard conversations, call each other up at any hour, and just be like, hey, yo, we need to talk about some stuff. And we get each other on the same page. We support each other. We encourage each other. And like I don't mean to rip on any other bands, but like whenever I talk to other bands, they tell me about what their situation is. I feel blessed to be like in the situation I'm at with these guys every time.
Do you think that's an age thing or just a overtime thing you had to kind of figure out yourselves?
I personally think it's an overtime thing. It might be an age thing, but a lot of it I think has to do with just a lot of people's ego, just getting in their own way.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously we're not like this most successful band, but we have, the little bit of success that we do have has definitely showed us, a lot of things that we've done that other bands aren't doing, and it's just kind of one of those things where, of course, no disparagement, but it's just like, wow.
Absolutely.
We're really doing something different here.
Cool. I hope you all are really proud of yourselves too. I mean, like that's fucking cool.
Feels good. Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you have you were going to name a goal for the next 6 months to a year, what would you say that your goals are? Whether it be individually or as a whole.
I was thinking around like 10 million fans.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey,
6 months?
Shoot for the stars, baby.
Yeah,
why not 20?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You said 10. That's unrealistic.
Oh, yeah. 20 makes sense.
20 makes
20
sense.
million?
20 mil, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
$1.50.
Yeah. We're trying to get the U's to open for us in the next 6 months.
Yeah, that's so doable. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be there. Let me know.
Realistically, though, I think just playing more shows. We've got a couple of potential tours in the works for next year, so we're working on that. We'll most likely be just dialing in our socials and trying to get out there more. So
absolutely. Okay. So if you had to say something that like stresses you out the most when it comes to making music, what is your biggest stressor?
Probably. Why are you smiling,
dude?
you gotta go ahead and spill the beans now.
Looks like you got answers.
Probably writing something good.
Yeah.
Cause,
that's wild. But I was not expecting that answer.
I mean, I definitely go through periods where I will write something and then I'll be like really stoked on it, and then I'll listen back to it later and I'm like, this sounds like garbage, dude. Like, I gotta go and like redo everything.
Throw it all away.
Like, sometimes it works out, but sometimes like you just can't write, and like that's fine.
Yeah.
It just takes somebody else to kind of help steer you in the right direction or so.
Absolutely.
That's probably mine. That and playing live. I'm always worried about things not working, which have happened at other shows, and it's extremely stressful.
Yeah.
I think we have a pretty good situation for handling my stressor, but as an American living the American dream, money is
Yeah.
part.
Money is always
As
most
an
stressful.
American.
Yeah.
Every time we make a new song, I'm just like, can we? Like,
Yeah. So outside of music, what do y'all all do like for a living?
Not shit, man. I just
Not
play.
shit.
I
This
just
boy
work
teaches
and
music.
play video
Hell
games,
yeah.
man.
I am a music slash private lesson teacher, so I teach guitar, drums, and piano.
Fantastic.
Piano is not my favorite, but I'll do it. It's really easy to teach a lot of like music theory and stuff
Okay.
on
stupid talented.
on a piano. But besides that, that's pretty much it.
He's
By the
too
way,
humble.
Fun fact about Vilamoura that no one has ever mentioned anywhere public. This guy had never like basically touched a guitar before joining this band.
Yeah.
Holy
He
shit.
just like picked it up one day and said, "I'm gonna do this now." And
Good for you. That's
Yeah.
freaking
Stupid.
insane. I hear you
Yeah.
like talk really down on yourself a lot, so it's nice to
Yeah.
hear like your band members also like
Yeah.
compliment you and kind of lift you up. You know, that's
no,
really cool.
musically, this guy can do whatever he wants, and it's just gonna work.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm fully convinced of that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So if you had to say like what y'all's most memorable moment is so far, like since like making music together, what would be your most memorable moment?
There was one time we were recording. I think it was while we were recording the Buried Alive EP. It was while we were really figuring out our sound. This motherfucker got so drunk, he starts fucking crying. He's just sitting there, I love you guys. This is so good.
I remember walking up. I was a minor. I don't even know drinking alcohol was like at this point. And I walk up and I see this dude on the floor by the front door in our producer's house, I'm too drunk, I can't function.
We've all been there at
Oh
some
my
point or the
God,
other,
bro.
so it's totally cool.
It was so
was
good, yeah.
iconic.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Good time.
We've ever since doing that, and that was back in like November of 2014. It was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
But that's been a really great memory for the band, as well as like pretty much every single time that we go and record new songs. Like there's always like fun memories
Yeah.
that we make, and it's just great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Always a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so outside of obviously like performing on a stage, what would you say like is your favorite thing about music? Whether it be writing, putting it together, making a music video, like anything other than performing on a stage, what would it be?
Writing.
Writing?
I definitely think
Okay.
the putting it together part
Putting it
is my favorite part, because
Okay.
obviously when we start off with just an instrumentation, we just start off with the instruments. Mike even touched on it. It changes from the demo to the one track, and then we can take Dissolve for example. There are parts of that song that we completely removed and aren't even in the final product anymore. So like the whole putting it together is like when we hear the first demo to the finished product, and we even have paper trails so we can go back and like listen to all of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's
That's
fantastic.
my favorite
Do y'all
part.
keep up with those papers like after you're done with something? Like is that something that y'all hold on to?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
We have
fantastic.
in our band Dropbox, almost every song has at least anywhere between 3 to 5 different versions of it.
Oh, wow.
And like all the way back from like the very first like terrible demo that I send out and kind of being like, hey, I like this sound. What do you guys think?
Mhm.
All the way to whenever we take it in and we get the first like instrumental demo version of that, which even changes sometimes drastically, sometimes not, and then all the way to our finished final product, and just seeing that is just like, wow, we actually did that. Like,
Well, it's cool
cool.
seeing all your hard work put together and like be a finished product too. You
Right.
know, that's
Yeah.
that's very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
One of the files that we have in that Dropbox for each song is the stems. So EDM artists trying to remix our music. Hit us up.
Oh, that's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so you want that?
Yes,
Yeah, we
absolutely.
don't
I
mind.
would love, dude. Remixes are so cool.
Okay.
Every time I see a band like put out an album and the last song is like a remix by
Yes.
some EDM artist, I love that shit.
Okay.
It's so cool.
So is that something you typically listen to like outside of your normal like what you play? Is EDM?
EDM?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like
Okay.
honestly, our influences are all over the place. Like
Okay.
we've got shoegaze among the things we like. We've got pop. We've got R&B. We've got EDM. We've got country. We listen to all sorts of awesome. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So if you had to say who your biggest like inspiration was like musically, who each one of you would you say?
Oh man.
Mine,
Today, Huber.
mine,
It changes.
mine ultimately starts with Alex Kohler.
Okay.
He was a real big inspiration of mine, and still is, even though he's not really, well, he's still making music, which is awesome. But he, like Will Ramos, he's not necessarily somebody that I look up to, but I do
But he's
copy.
fantastic.
I do copy a lot of his vocal styles. While I'm not nearly as good as he is at them, I try to still incorporate a little bit of that in there.
I don't think like I hate like hearing y'all talk down so bad about like especially you, but talk so down on yourself because y'all are extremely talented. It's just-
I'm not talking down
Yeah.
on myself.
I love
I'm
hearing
just
you talk
I'm just
down.
being
Yeah.
I'm just
This dude does.
trying to be
I've heard
realistic.
him talk some major shit on himself since we got here, and I don't like that. I think
Yeah.
you don't cut yourself enough slack.
Well, I just try to keep myself realistic. I improve. I can improve. There is definitely
There's always
room for improvement,
anybody,
but I mean,
yeah.
I'm certainly satisfied with where I'm at.
Good,
I
as you
just
should
I
be.
just
Grew
don't
up
want
on an age of artists that really like themselves, and I think that gave us some self-awareness that we carry with us maybe a little too much.
to. Yeah.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
okay. That can be a good thing too, though. You know.
Yeah.
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 So, do y'all have any crazy stories, or like what's like the craziest thing that's ever happened, either like during your show, or like right before a show, or after a show?
We had that stripper on TikTok that one time. That was fun.
Well, I wasn't even a stripper. That was just some chick. That was just some lady, dude.
Jesus.
Well, she pulled the part well.
Yeah.
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 To be
Oh
honest,
God, dude.
well, at we did play this one show at this venue, 1810 Ojuman, and that
Dude,
that
I
venue
forgot,
is
bro. I forgot.
not the best venue.
Okay.
And we played with a couple different bands, and
You don't remember this one?
there was this one dude who played bass. This dude got
Bro.
belligerently
bro.
drunk during his set, and then afterwards, during our set, like he was like stumbling over, he was spilling beer everywhere.
Dude, I remember
He
this.
almost knocked our bassist bass guitar down. Like it was like pretty bad, and it was just like
It was that 12 gauge Suicide or whatever, that band. We played with them
I was doing
twice.
something else.
We ultimately played with them twice.
I didn't necessarily.
I was gonna bring up the Lincoln
name names.
Well,
but, you know,
that's a cool one. Yeah, that's a cool one.
We had a honestly, she's more like a friend of the band, but one of our fans, we went on tour with Notions, and at our Houston show, there was a girl that like she crochets stuff and she brings it out to the bands and she like gives it to them. Notions has like all sorts of like Persona 5 like crochet dolls on their sets and stuff, and she came out and just like handed me my favorite Pokemon. I don't know how she knew.
I think she was she was the one that asked that question. What's your favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
On
Oh,
our
was that
Instagram,
her?
I believe so. Yeah, because obviously she showed up with your favorite
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Okay.
I just didn't answer.
Word. Okay. Word. Yeah. She just like showed up with a whole doll of like my favorite Pokemon.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. He sits on my desk and he hangs out with me while I play video games.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
Super cool. She's also very nice.
Yeah.
Really.
Sweet girl.
It always makes it like fun. So are y'all big on like if on social media, like if somebody records a video or something like that or whatever, do you also like to like repost things like that? Like if you're friends do stuff like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, like it's one of the weird things that I do. Like after a show, like I'll go home and I'll just spend like the next hour just combing through all the socials just to see if people have posted anything. So far, nobody's like really tagged us in too much yet, but we're starting to see
It'll
some
get there.
influx.
It'll get there. That's cool.
There have definitely been videos that we take ourselves that we later go back and like depending on how well the show turns out, we will decide to keep it up. If it's not the best show, then we're like silently like
like let me go ahead and mute this one. Yeah. We're gonna just
like,
forget it.
Definitely did not do that one.
We'll leave a live recording up for like a day. And then like he said, if it's not great, then we'll just kind of archive it. But I think tonight might be one of the exceptions. We'll kind of just keep that out there.
About tonight's set,
Tonight was great. Y'all's stage presence is amazing. Like that was like the first thing that me and Jennifer both said. Like the way that y'all performed on stage as a whole, like y'all all equally looked great. Y'all sounded great, but it was very enjoyable to watch. That's my biggest pet peeve is to go to a concert and people just fucking stand there. It makes me irate. And like I mean, even the crowd that like y'all had them so interactive like with y'all. You know, like that's you're doing a fucking good job.
Yeah.
You know? Absolutely.
Back whenever we were pretty young, back in like 2015 or so, there was a period of about between 3 to 4 months that we would have band practice every Sunday for about 4 hours, and for the first like 2 hours, it was like you need to move. It doesn't matter if you actually play notes or not. Just get really comfortable moving around.
I was a real stickler about that.
And
I feel like that's a really big thing.
Just like going crazy, and then by doing that, we then figured out like all right, at this part I can go crazy and still play, but at certain parts it's like with me now, like since I'm the only guitar player, like I kind of have to pick and choose whenever I want to stand and play versus like being able to kind of like move around.
For sure.
And so I think that definitely plays into a factor, but
they had to dial me back.
Yeah.
You were going a little bit too crazy, but
I grew up on a band called Alicena. They like to move a lot, And I was like, yeah, that'd be cool to do on stage. It's hard.
I'm sure it's really hard.
It's really hard to pull off.
But also too, like I feel like the more that you move around and the more active you are, like the more the energy feeds, like that feeds the crowd. You know, like they're gonna feed off that so much.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the curse of it though. Is like if you move a lot, then the crowd might respond to that. But how are you sounding at that point?
For sure.
Like especially for both he and I, since our instrument is our body. It's one of those things. Like I know I've definitely slowed down a little bit over the last few years because back in our hiatus, I was in a band called Aerith Dies, and that one I kind of lost a lot of my confidence with just because it just felt like a weird project. It was great. I had fun with it. I loved every minute. Real good dudes, all of them. But it wasn't Vilamoura. So like,
and that happens sometimes, you know. Just wasn't your band.
Yeah. So
also, side note, right quick. We didn't necessarily talk about it, but Vilamoura 1.0 was roughly a band between 2013 and 2016, and then we went on a 6-year hiatus. Came back in March of 2022.
Awesome. What made y'all go on the hiatus?
Drama. That was the one time where the drama really kind of ripped us apart. It was around a weird point. We had just parted ways with John, and just parted ways with John, and we were looking for a new vocalist, and we found somebody to fill in for him and do his parts. But he ultimately decided that he was going to take Micah, our other guitarist, and V, and kick me and the drummer at the time out of the project.
It wasn't that good anyway.
Yeah. So there was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a pretty dark time as well because this guy was able to convince us that like, hey, the way this sounds right now, like it's not going to be like a very good fit later on. So why don't you guys try to come do this with me and we'll actually get somewhere. And I think he kind of put it in a way that made it really
enticing.
Yeah.
And so we followed, but I mean, like 3 or 4 months later, like I left because I was just like, dude, like I'm not into it. And then the other guitar player also quit to go off and do other things. And then our bassist Valdez stuck with him for a really long time. And then it got to a certain point, and Valdez also was like, you know what, I'm just not going to do this.
Understandable.
And then, we met up back in January of 2022. Like, we all had like a pretty big meeting and was like, is this something that we actually want to kind of like start back up? Because for a really long time, we all were kind of like, this is never gonna ever happen.
There were kind of signs that it was starting to come back together too, because like Micah and I had started a new side project and we're already working together.
Okay.
For like it had been a few months. I know Valdez's band was like completely gone, and the only music he was like thinking about at all was like Vilamoura stuff, and he wasn't even sure if he was going to get back into music, but like Vilamoura was going to be it if it happened.
Yeah. I'm really glad that y'all did.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For sure.
Yeah, me too.
So I guess my last question is like, what do y'all take at the end of a show? Like, how do you feel whenever you walk off the stage and like you're done for the night? Like, what do you feel when you're done?
I get to go back to my hole. It's overall, like if it's a good show, we all know it's good. So we're just kind of walking off with that energy. And we just, like I said, I do go hide back behind the merch table just because I'm reclusive. I don't like I don't like to be out and about. So I hang out back there. That's the best place to meet me.
Yeah, that's cool.
My takeaway is I'll go around asking people like, hey, how was it? Like, please be very honest. Like, how was it? How was this song? Really trying to take a lot of what people say, so that way we can kind of like make it even
Yeah.
better.
Well, there's always a good face for constructive
Right.
criticism. You know, you can always
Yeah.
improve on things and learn
Oh,
something.
yeah.
But for the most part, I'm always really happy if it's a good show. If it's not, I'm just kind of like, all right, well, this wasn't the greatest, but let's see what we can do next time. You know?
Absolutely. What about
I
you?
usually just get like really chatty. I used to be nervous as hell when we get
Really?
off stage. Like before we would even
Like more
get off,
nervous than before?
as soon as I would put the mic down, I'd be like, "Hey, we're Vilamoura, thank you." I'd put the mic down, immediately start going to all my band members. How'd I do? Did I do okay? Did I sound like shit? Nowadays, I just get like really chatty.
Yeah.
Usually, like the most fun part of the night for me is right after we get off stage and I get to talk to everybody. That
Absolutely.
part's the fun part, yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think y'all did a great job, and I'm really like thankful that
Thank
y'all
you.
let me do this and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's been a
No,
really
thank
good time.
you.
Yeah,
This has been super fun.
absolutely, absolutely. Well,